not really perfect, but let's share just a few minutes together, maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes. I just want to make this snappy. Um, Having a recap of the ongoing Manchester United transfer window. We all know the players that are leaving or that are destined to leave, the likes of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho. Anthony is so desperate. He wants to leave. He wants to leave dead, even as soon as possible. Real Betis is gonna make it work. And which other clubs are also in action? But the three most leaves or the players that are about to leave are actually Anthony. Jadon Sancho is the number one on the list. Marcus Rashford is just pushing himself, um, himself, giving the green lights to Barcelona at the moment. I think my voice is getting a little bit better. So I think from this week I'll be putting up lots of video. You all know it's because of my voice. I told you guys I had a little bit of how do I put it, cough and catarrh. So that's why I've not been putting up videos more lately. But seems from tomorrow, I think it will get better. Like the catarrh itself has stopped, but that's just by the way. So the Moss leaves Jadon Sancho. He's making things difficult actually. Jadon Sancho is making things difficult for himself because by now Jadon Sancho would have been playing for Chelsea in the ongoing Club World Cup, but he decides to make things difficult for himself because he doesn't want to receive or he doesn't want to have a pay cut because Chelsea are willing to sign him. Chelsea are ready to actually put pen to paper to sign Jadon Sancho, but Jadon Sancho doesn't want to take a pay cut. So that's the reason why the deal collapsed and the £5 million break of truce clause was sent to Manchester United and Sancho eventually returned back to the club. So he is putting himself in a more critical situation because, and also had that, and what's the name, Napoli. Napoli is coming for him, that's Jadon Sancho, but he doesn't want to have a pay cut. I don't know the club Jadon Sancho actually wants to go to. Maybe if there's any Saudi suitor, any club coming from the Saudi Arabian League, Manchester United should just go ahead and sell off Jadon Sancho. So he's the number one, the priority list in the must leaves because both the management of Manchester United, the club itself, the fan, they don't want to see Jadon Sancho. So he should leave as soon as possible. Then the talks about Garnacho, it seems it's, how would I put it? It's limiting. There's no much talks about Garnacho at the moment. Maybe something has happened on the ground that we are yet to know. Maybe a full blown interest is coming that we are yet to know. We all know that Napoli is interested. What's his name? Juventus is interested. So many other clubs are interested. I don't know if Chelsea is truly, really, really interested in in Alejandro Garnacho, but for a moment is silent. Even dealings in Manchester United is silent at the moment. The priority that the main signature Manchester United want to put pen to paper is that of Brian Mbuemo. Thanks for joining, guys. I hope I can read your comments. I'm actually using a smaller phone, and let me see. Okay. Said, are you coming to the party tonight? What party are you talking about, Pete? What's his name? Sorry, I want to say Petro. Petro, what party are you talking about? What party? The wash player. Which of the players washed? Are you talking about Jadon Sancho or Anthony? Yes, those are the wash players actually that must leave Manchester United. So they are the priority must leaves. We'll talk about I've talked about Jadon Sancho, and Rashford is presenting himself as a suitor. I mean, no, let me not say suitor. Rashford is presenting himself as a bride willing to be devoured by Barcelona. He wants to go to Barcelona. By all means, look at his latest he had an interview, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, and all he was saying was actually awkward because it was surprising for a person of Marcus Rashford to actually state that his legend is Thierry Henry. It's kind of funny, I'm telling you, because we all know before now Marcus Rashford has always idolized Cristiano Ronaldo. It's now, since he wants to go to Barcelona, by all means, and even Thierry Henry is not even a Barcelona legend. So, and at the moment, he's also saying that Lamine Yamal is, of course, the best player in the world. Rashford, he's presenting himself as a bride willing to be devoured by Barcelona. So, but Barcelona, the how will I put it? The suitor that has pride is not even looking towards his direction, except I don't really know. But Manchester United wants a fee on Marcus Rashford's head. He's not going for free. So whatsoever he wants to do. So you said Garnacho, right? Pedro. Okay, Garnacho. You said Garnacho is a washed player. He's really washed. Garnacho has the ego of Cristiano Ronaldo, but he plays like Daniel James. Then it seems that Daniel James is even better, but let's keep that aside. So we've talked about Jadon Sancho, we've talked about Garnacho, I've talked about Rashford just now. So which other must leaves? Anthony. Anthony's seriously pushing for a move to Real Betis. Of course, he's willing to have a pay cut because I like the way Anthony is actually making things easier for Manchester United in in the quest to actually how will I put it? Which language should I use that would be proper? In the quest to actually discard him. I hope I'm not that rude. So in the quest to discard him, Anthony is actually making things easier for Manchester United because he's willing to take a pay cut and he wants to go to Real Betis. There's one other club that came knocking on the door, but and it's in Como, yes, Como of Italy. Como, I had that Como, the club that Varane went and he actually got injured. He didn't actually play for the Como. Como in Italy is also coming for Anthony, but Anthony wants Real Betis by all means. So, and he's willing to take a pay cut. So let's see how the negotiations will go. So the method that Real Betis actually brought before, I think that is kind of funny. So Manchester United shouldn't dance to that tune. We need a total sale of Anthony. We need him to go. The club needs to discard him. So the option of having dual ownership of a player that Real Betis is actually presenting before now is kind of funny. How can you have 50% of Anthony and Manchester United will have 50% of Anthony? That is funny. So we want him out. Bring the full money and he wants him. So Anthony, we've talked about Anthony. So those are the foremost leaves at the moment. The issue of Andrew Onana is actually becoming funny. Reports have it that he's in good relationship with Ruben Amorim, and he might be staying in Manchester United for another season. Well, I wouldn't want to comment on that, but so be it. Whatever happens, and also the rumor of Emiliano Martinez, that's Aston Villa goalkeeper, being linked to Manchester United is still a rumor. Manchester United haven't approached, even if Amy Martinez wants to come to Manchester United, but there is no full approach from Manchester United to either Aston Villa or to any of his agents. So it's still a rumor. And for me, I would say Manchester United shouldn't go into that deal. It's a shady deal. Why did I say so? Amy Martinez is in this last year of his contract, and it seems he should be 30 something. I don't really know. Then why should Aston Villa wants to sell him for 40 million pounds? That's kind of crazy, man. So we shouldn't go for that deal. It's better we go for other goalkeeper choices that are out there. If indeed wants to actually secure a new goalkeeper that will pair with Andrew Onana. So that being that, fine. Tom Heaton has put pen to paper. He's remaining in the club to be the third choice goalkeeper. So that's kind of cool because the third choice goalkeeper literally they do nothing. They're only there for motivation. So Tom Heaton suiting in that position is okay for me. So those are the must leaves. So and the intake at the moment, Manchester United is just seriously they want to secure the Brandon Bremo deal before thinking of what else to do. And what else the club is ready to do is all dependent on sales. So we are looking for sales on players like Garnacho, Rashford, Anthony, Which other one? Yes, those are the three major sales that is at the moment that Manchester United is looking forward to before they can actually make any purchase. So that's a brief update I want to bring. I've gone 10 minutes. I actually said I want to save for 5 minutes, but that's the brief update I want to bring about the current situation in Manchester United transfer window. So we'll see in the next video. Yes, I just want to break this brief enough. I said 4 minutes, 5 minutes, but now I've gotten up to 10 minutes, so I'll have to end this video. So we'll see in the next video. I'll start putting up video from tomorrow because my voice is kind of okay. So see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.